Welcome back to News Across Nigeria. The diversification of the Nasarawa state economy is what the governor is talking about to attract foreign direct investment. Before we continue with that story in just a moment, we'd like to remind you that you can find all our top stories on our website, and that's channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Visit m.channelstv.com to see us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. We'd like to encourage you to use the Eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app. If you have pictures or videos you'd like to share with us, just tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. In the north-central region of the country, Governor Tanko Al-Makura of Nasarawa State has taken bold steps to diversify the economy in line with the vision of the federal government to scale through the economic challenges facing the nation. The governor disclosed this during his working tour to the Western Senatorial District to identify untapped potentials of that area. The governor believes the step will improve the state's internally generated revenue and also attract investors to the state.
In the past few weeks, Governor Tanko Al-Makura has been touring facilities across the state to see the level and pace of work at different construction sites. This time it's the turn of the Western Senatorial District, and he is here to identify ventures that have been underutilized. This is to revitalize the commercial base of the area with a view to improving the internally generated revenue of the state. The governor moves to Agwada development area, where he inspects the ongoing construction of the Bokoko Bridge. The team stops to Kefi Market, which is yet to begin operations, and then to the abattoir. It has the capacity of slaughtering 60 cows a day, but has been abandoned for decades. At the abandoned special school, Governor Al-Makura expresses dismay at the level and quality of work, revoking the contract.
As far as I'm concerned, the contract has been revoked. What is remaining is to sit down with the contractor and reconcile the accounts. If he has been overpaid what the contract sum is supposed to be, then he would have to pay back.
The governor also promises to revive the Masaka Meat Processing Limited in Karu, which has been moribund.
The essence of this visit is to finalize arrangement on calling investors to come, so that at least between now and the end of the year, to see how we can reactivate and resuscitate these machines that have been moribund for about 5 years.
At abandoned warehouse in Karu local government, he is proposing a complete overhaul. Now that the country is facing economic challenges, the states like Nasarawa is looking inwards in ways to diversify the economy through revitalization of the state's commercial ventures.
Now, the issue of setting aside specific portions of land for cattle grazing has people's suspenders up in a twist. Take, for instance, a group of youth in Plateau State in north-central Nigeria who've taken to the streets to kick against the alleged inclusion of the states among other states that have agreed to provide lands for the purpose of the establishment of the grazing reserves. The youth are calling on the state government to engage the people in proper creating of awareness on the policy before taking any decision.
This isn't political, this isn't religious.
Instead of the usual protest of chanting solidarity songs, these youths from Plateau State have chosen to organize theirs in a different way. They are protesting the federal government's decision to provide land for herdsmen, all under the watchful eye of security officials. Reiterating the concerns of the youths, convener and leader of the firm expresses fears on government's action, which he says can jeopardize the relative peace being enjoyed in the state.
That we need to be consulted so that we're able to know what really the policy entails. And from the intervention and consultation with security agencies, we agreed that government should go and look into this issue very well, and we have given them an ultimatum of 1 week to be able to get back to us.
Whichever group is agitated, they have right to express their opinion. So we did not say they should not express their opinion, but it has to be in a peaceful manner. And that they have done. They have presented their papers, and the representative of the government has responded. So I think everything is in order. There is peace.
Meanwhile, the state government has denied its involvement in taking any decision on the grazing reserve policy.
Plateau State has not adopted this policy from anywhere, and neither is the government supporting that bill that is there lying in the House of Representatives. And neither is the government alluding or rather subscribing to, or in terms of support or what have you, to the previous bill that was submitted, because we understand the danger that it holds for the unity and peace and security of our own people here on the Plateau.
With the history of violence stemming from herdsmen attack in the state, it is no surprise that this protest has emerged. But there is urgent need for more meaningful dialogue between the government and the people in order to have a common ground on the issue before it escalates into another crisis.
On social media right now, you can keep tweeting. So the South-South, it's well known that a dirty environment has a negative impact on livelihood. The Cross River State government seems to take this well in hand. In Cross River State, the government has taken delivery of a batch of 20 brand new evacuation trucks and 200 dumpsters. It's coming barely a week after Governor Ben Ayade visited dump sites in the state and promised to deal with the issue of waste evacuation in the metropolis. After receiving the new equipment at the premises of the governor's office in Calabar, the Commissioner for the Environment, Mr. Mike Araye, told newsmen that a well-planned program for sustainable and effective waste management has just begun in Cross River State.
The HE's visit was not an afterthought. It was a follow-up to a well-planned idea on how to keep Calabar the way it ought to be, return the status. After that visit, he gained more insight into what the problem was, took some actions, immediate actions. We went to ESCO, obtained approval for 20 pieces of this equipment and over 200 bins.
You're watching news across Nigeria. When we come back, doctors in Ogun State are not happy at all on their allegations of being shortchanged by the state government. Details in just a moment. Don't go away.